Hi, I'm Brett Knowles from PM2 Consulting. I want to take you through a very quick explanation of the three flywheels around strategy execution. And the model is pretty straightforward. I'm just going to drill through each one at a time. To begin with, we need to just capture the strategy and translate it into action. And that is converting it into objectives and key results within the time period, quarterly, monthly, whatever it might be. That's step one, priming the pump. Then we get into the first flywheel. The first flywheel is all about those sort of daily check-ins. So the objectives and key results inform what we do on our day-to-day ongoing operations. And that falls into the mechanism of monitoring, managing through meetings, which are those daily check-ins, which sort of update the activities. And the idea is we deal with small barriers and blockages. Typically, the cadence of this flywheel is daily or weekly. The second flywheel, which is bi-weekly or monthly, are larger meetings. In those meetings, what we're doing is addressing significant issues or issues that are systemic. We see week over week over week. And typically the outcome from that is we're assigning tasks or projects that get done within the monthly, quarterly time bucket. In other words, we don't update the OKRs because they're not at the quarterly level. They have a faster cadence. They're still going to inform what we do in our daily operations. We're still going to monitor them and so forth. So that's the second flywheel. The third one is the one that we often think of with OKRs, and that's that quarterly or as required strategy refresh. And in that meeting, based on what we've observed in the actual performance, we're going to change the objectives, change our priorities, change the key results, change timelines. And now, typically that happens quarterly, but if your organization's under pressure, you might have those more frequently. So think of when COVID hit, you'd be doing a strategy refresh literally once a week as you accommodate that stressor, or on that quarterly regular cadence. So the executive summary is there's three flywheels that you're spinning, and the timelines are quite different. That daily, weekly check-in, that bi-weekly, monthly, larger meeting, and then that quarterly or as required strategy meeting. So those are the three flywheels that we're talking about. So what are the lessons learned? Thing one is the benefit of OKRs come from using them, not creating them. We see so many organizations get bogged down and spend months creating their OKRs. Spend a week at most. The benefit comes from getting these flywheels in place and having those great meetings. Secondly, OKRs inform all levels of strategy execution. It's not for the board of directors, it's not for the executive committee, it's not for the VPs, it's for all levels. But each level, whether that's a department, team, whatever, they have a different cadence. In fact, there's even a different cadence department to department. So IT and sales teams might have daily meetings, whereas marketing might have weekly stand-up meetings. Fourth thing that we learn is that objectives and key results have a shorter duration as you go down the organization. In other words, that quarterly thing, I'm looking at the next 3 months. On the monthly flywheel, I'm looking out a month. On the daily check-ins, I'm looking out a day or a week. And so what ends up happening is the objectives have a shorter time span, the key results have a shorter time span. They link up to each other, but these have different cadences. I can't do a daily stand-up looking at quarterly data and vice versa. And lastly, there are trigger events that lead to that strategy refresh, and those can happen at any point in time. And again, COVID is a case in point. So there you have it. There's a quick review of the three flywheels that occur in the OKR process or strategy execution. Thanks for your time.